So you keep fighting with your partner day in and day out. It is feeling as though you are having the same old tired argument every damn day. I get it. I know exactly what it is to be misunderstood by the people that are closest to you, particularly your intimate partner, who you are sharing more of yourself with than anybody else in the world. And it can feel incredibly disheartening and very disconnecting to not feel like you're understood, to feel like you're just beating your head up a brick wall and your partner more or less feels the same. Take it from me, who is somebody who has spent over 17 years in personal, intimate relationship and worked with hundreds of couples and individuals to really help them to break through those challenges, those roadblocks, and create extraordinary, exceptional quality of relationship. And I've worked over the last 8 years as a relationship strategist who specializes in personality psychology. So what I've learned over these past few years is that basically whenever we feel misunderstood, it's almost impossible for any of us to actually get outside of ourselves and to understand another person. Behind every unresolved conflict that is going on in our relationships, basically what is going on is two people fighting over being understood, or in other words, fighting over who has the biggest victim story, who is most hard done by, who is right, and therefore who is wrong. And my tip for you, if you find yourself in this inevitable challenge of relationship, is the most empowering tip I want to give you right now is basically to resist the urge to go and communicate or go and complain with friends or family on this topic. So we as human beings, we just want to be validated. And if our partner who we're in conflict with can't give that to us, oftentimes the urge is to go and complain about the situation, to give our one-sided victim story to our friends, to our family, and oftentimes our partner does the same. And the reason why I want to really solidify for you to resist that urge and instead create some space to actually make a more informed decision about what to do, and I'm going to give you some tips on that right now, is because when you go outside of your relationship dynamic, and particularly to friends and family, right, what do friends and family want to do? They want to protect you, and they're also only getting your side of the story. Basically, what that does is set you up for, instant gratification in the validation, but what you're ultimately sacrificing is your trust between yourself and your partner, because you're only sharing your side of the story, and also, and most importantly, your future with this person. Because how many conflicts have you had that end up being resolved? And at one moment when you're in the conflict, you feel like it's the end of the world, only to reunite and reconnect and then go about the future that you're co-creating with this person. And if you involve friends and family, what happens is you are setting your relationship up for failure in the long term, because you're ruining your partner's reputation in their eyes. They're only hearing your side of the story. They're not hearing your partner's. And even if you guys resolve it, there's still that residue, right? That pain, that residue in the minds and the hearts of those outside of your relationship who care about you. All right. So my tip, instead of going and, not resisting that urge to go and communicate and complain to others, is basically to go and research a neutral third party who's an expert in this field, who is a professional, who doesn't have an invested interest personally for either yourself or your partner, and instead they're this neutral ground, right? And what that can serve to do is actually share with you a different perspective. One that you and your partner are butting heads on, right? Because you see through your lens, they see through their lens. And when you investigate, do the research, and bring into your relationship dynamic that neutral third party who's a trusted source, they can give you something invaluable, which is the perspective that will unify the two of you, all right? There is always a win-win available to you. And in the words of one of my favorite mentors, Les Brown, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. So that's my tip for you. I hope that it is of value for you. And I would love, love, love if you have found value in this message. Please do share it with anybody else in your life you know could benefit from it. And I'd love to hear from you. So drop me some comments and definitely give this video a love. All right, that is my message for you, and I cannot wait to see you in an upcoming message. Hope this has been very empowering for you.